For centuries, the Persian Empire dominated the ancient world, a superpower of wealth, innovation, and military might. Yet behind its glory lies a deeper story of secrets, rituals, and mysteries carved in stone. History often overlooks one crucial chapter: its collapse. Today, we uncover not just its rise, but the forces that brought this legendary empire down, revealing the hidden truths of Persia's power and legacy. The Persian Empire began not with vast armies or grand cities, but with scattered tribes struggling for survival in ancient Iran. From this unlikely beginning emerged Cyrus the Great, a leader whose vision outmaneuvered empires far stronger than his own. Cyrus understood something revolutionary for his time. People follow a ruler who respects their identity. Instead of ruling through fear, he united tribes through diplomacy, fairness, and calculated strategy. His conquests, Lydia, Media, and the legendary city of Babylon, were achieved with speed and precision, but also with restraint. When he entered Babylon in 539 BCE, there was no destruction or massacre. Instead, he restored temples, freed captives, and issued the Cyrus Cylinder, considered by many the world's first declaration of human rights. But historians still debate: was Cyrus truly benevolent, or simply a strategic genius using kindness as a political weapon? After Cyrus laid the foundation, Darius the Great transformed Persia from a growing kingdom into a finely engineered global empire. When Darius took power in 522 BCE, the empire was on the brink of chaos. Rebellions across provinces, unstable leadership, and territories too vast to control. But Darius was a master organizer. He divided the empire into satrapies, each governed by loyal administrators closely monitored to prevent corruption and rebellion. He introduced standardized currency, unified laws, and began massive construction projects that symbolized Persian authority. To connect this enormous empire, he built the Royal Road, a 2,700-kilometer communication highway where couriers could cross the empire in a matter of days, an achievement unmatched for centuries. Yet one mystery still puzzles historians: the Behistun inscription, carved high into a cliff where ordinary people could never see it. Was it propaganda for future kings, a divine message, or something else entirely? Rising from the plains like a vision carved into stone, Persepolis was unlike any city of its age. It wasn't built for everyday life. No markets, no homes, no crowded streets. Instead, it stood as the ceremonial heartbeat of the Persian Empire, a stage where kings showcased power, unity, and divine authority. Its stairways led to grand halls that could host thousands, and the stone reliefs told a story of harmony. Delegations from Egypt, India, Lydia, and dozens of regions presenting gifts to the Persian king. But were these depictions accurate, or idealized propaganda meant to show a perfectly obedient empire? Symbolism filled every corner: winged bulls guarding gates, lotus flowers representing eternal life, and carved lions symbolizing royal strength. Some scholars believe Persepolis was the center of New Year rituals. Others suspect hidden chambers below ground held archives or royal secrets lost when Alexander invaded. Behind Persia's majestic palaces and vast armies was a system far more powerful: information. The empire's strength didn't rely only on soldiers. It relied on knowing everything that happened across millions of square kilometers. The Royal Road, stretching from Sardis to Susa, acted like the empire's bloodstream. Fresh horses, food stations, and relay posts allowed royal couriers to travel at unmatched speed. A message that took months in other empires could cross Persia in mere days. But the real secret weapon was the eyes and ears of the king. These were inspectors, observers, and informants quietly monitoring satraps, generals, and governors. They reported directly to the king, bypassing all local power structures. This early intelligence network prevented rebellions, exposed corruption, and ensured that no official grew powerful enough to challenge the throne. It was a system so effective that later empires, from Rome to Byzantium, copied its design. Beyond Persia's administrative brilliance lay a world of rituals, symbols, and royal secrets that archaeologists are still trying to decode. Winged bulls, sun discs, and lion motifs were not mere decorations. They carried messages of divine protection and cosmic authority understood only by the elite. Cyrus's tomb at Pasargadae appears simple, yet rumors and early writings hint at hidden chambers, possibly containing ritual objects or sealed documents. Ground-penetrating surveys in recent decades suggest there may be undiscovered structures around the site, but political limitations have stalled deeper exploration. Royal ceremonies, from coronations to New Year festivals, were performed with precision, but their deeper meaning has disappeared from written records. And then, there are the missing archives of Persepolis. Some scholars believe lost tablets or sealed containers once held administrative secrets, military strategies, or even maps of sacred sites, materials that vanished after Alexander's invasion. For centuries, the Persian Empire stood unchallenged, but its fall wasn't sudden. It was the result of internal decay, weak leadership, economic strain, and one unstoppable enemy who understood Persia's weaknesses better than its own kings. After the reign of Xerxes, Persia entered a slow decline. Kings became less capable, court rivalries grew, and satraps, once loyal governors, acted like independent rulers. Corruption surged, taxes soared, and the empire's wealth was stretched thin across its enormous borders. By the time Darius III took the throne, Persia was no longer the tightly unified machine it had once been. Militarily, the empire weakened. Persian armies relied heavily on Greek mercenaries who often betrayed or abandoned their employers. Meanwhile, Alexander of Macedon studied Persia for years. He knew their roads, supply routes, and political fractures. In 334 BCE, Alexander launched his invasion. At the Battle of Granicus, Persian forces failed to coordinate, losing thousands. At Issus, Darius III fled the battlefield, shattering morale. And at Gaugamela in 331 BCE, despite outnumbering Alexander, Persia collapsed due to poor strategy and internal disunity. As Darius III was betrayed by his own officers, the empire effectively died from within. Alexander merely delivered the final blow to a superpower already weakened by corruption, rebellion, and leadership failure. Even after its fall, the Persian Empire refused to disappear from history. Many of its innovations, uniform laws, administrative systems, coinage, and communication networks, influenced later civilizations from Greece to Rome. Alexander himself adopted Persian clothing, advisors, and customs, proving how deeply the empire shaped the world he conquered. Yet mysteries linger. The fire that consumed Persepolis may have destroyed priceless archives, records of rituals, strategies, and knowledge we may never recover. Archaeologists still debate what lies beneath the ruins: hidden chambers, buried documents, or forgotten treasures. The empire's legacy survives not only in stones and stories, but in the unanswered questions that continue to challenge historians today. The Persian Empire was more than an ancient kingdom. It was a masterpiece of strategy, governance, and culture. Its rise and fall offer timeless lessons about power, ambition, and the fragility of even the greatest empires. While Alexander's conquest ended its rule, Persia's innovations, monuments, and hidden secrets continue to whisper through history, challenging our understanding of the ancient world. If you've enjoyed uncovering the hidden stories of this legendary empire, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Join us as we continue to explore the mysteries and marvels of civilizations long past.